Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore, and we're here at Whitney Young for the National Martin Luther King Jr. Had a Dream basketball tournament. Today we'll have the Chargers of St. Joseph taking on the Warriors of Westinghouse. You're watching Hoops High.
Play-by-play for this evening.
Hello, my name is Brian Colson, and you're watching Hoops High. Remember, you can watch Hoops High. You can watch Hoops High every Saturday at 8 p.m. on KNTV, Channel 19 for all the hottest high school action around.
In the middle, jumping for the ball, number 44, Derek. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Ingram, and I'll be serving as your play-by-play for the evening.
My name is Brian Colson. I'll be a color commentator.
Today we have the St. Joseph and Westinghouse playing against each other here at Whitney Young at the MLK basketball tournament. St. Joseph come out the game missing. Number 32, Dewan White, gets the rebound, but they turn the ball right back over. Number 20 for St. Joseph, Paul Turner, gets an easy layup. Number 32, Dewan White with the ball. He gives it to Darius, number 2. Number 21, Marlik. He gives it back to number 2, Darius. Number 21, Marlik gets the ball. He jab steps, pull up. That's no good. Marlik gets the rebound right back. He tries to dish it down to the big man, but that doesn't work out so much. Number 30, Glenn Watson with the shot, and it's good. The score is currently 4-0 St. Joseph's way. Darius with the ball. He gives it to number 10, Quinn. Number 32, Dewan. This number 44, Daryl Gant. And a foul is called.
That was a very good call by the refs.
35. Terry Simmons, that's his first.
Number 32, Dewan, to inbound the ball. Gives it to number 2, Darius. Darius dribbling. Here's number 21, Marlik. Marlik gives number 10, Quinn. Quinn gives number 2, Darius. Number 44, Daryl Gant. Shot is blocked. And jump ball is called. Or George Westinghouse way. Number 21, Marlik, to inbound the ball. Look for someone to pass to. He passes it to number 2, Darius Mason. Darius gives it back to Marlik. Marlik gives it to number 32, Dewan. Dewan misses. Marlik misses. Ball is batted around. Number 30, Glenn pushing the ball up the court. He tries to give it to the big man. Number 10, Quinn, dishes it to number 32, Dewan, and he gets it to go. Dewan puts George Westinghouse on the board. Score is currently 4-2. Great defense. Number 15, Lauren Horton with the ball. He gives it to number 35, Corinne Simmons. Wow! Great 3 by number 20, Paul Turner.
Right there.
Number 10, Quentin with the ball. Gives it to number 32, Dewan.
I like the way they're swinging the ball around,
Yes.
keeping the defense on their toes.
Number 44, Daryl Gant misses a layup. Number 15 kicks it out to number 33. Number 32, Dewan tries to save the ball, but that doesn't work out so much. But he gets back on. Doesn't work out.
Nice mid-range shot.
Warriors.
A timeout is taken. And we're going to toss to a quick PSA.
You're rocking with Amari Stoudemire, and you're watching Hoops High. Watch it or watch nothing.
Westinghouse is down 7. The score is 9-2 St. Joseph's way.
But the game just started. A comeback could happen.
Indeed. If they just play hard. Brian, what's a few things that you want to see in the game?
I want to see some good hard D from both teams. And some nice shots put up. And some good contests because, you know, this is a competition after all.
Number 2, Darius with the ball. Darius with the quick crossover. Darius with the drive. Darius was fouled, but nothing was called.
Ball.
Number 30.
Put up a shot. Bang, bang.
It's good. Glenn Watson is coming out the gate.
That was a nice shot. Nice rotation on the ball. Went in very smoothly.
Number 32, Dewan White with the ball. Number 10, Quinn with the ball now. Gets number 2, Darius.
Hoops High is produced by high school students learning to be professional broadcasters. All the camera work, announcing, and directing, and everything else is done by young students. So give it up to Hoops High.
Number 10, Quinn on the drive. The floater, he gets that. That doesn't go. Number 35, uh-oh.
Nice traffic
Wow.
pass.
Yes.
Good lay-in.
Kareem Simmons, 6'3", gets it. Easy finger roll. I thought he was going to dunk something. It looked like the way he took off.
He could have. He got the hype for it.
Yeah. Darius Mason gets that to go off the glass.
I see both teams effectively utilizing the backboard. I mean, that's what it's there for.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what it's back there for. Number 30, Kareem Simmons. I'm sorry, Glenn with the ball. Kicks out to number 35, Kareem. Gets that not to fall. Number 10, Quentin Crump with the ball. Gets to number 2, Darius. Gets number 32, Dewan. Dewan on the drive. Layup, that's no good. Dewan with the rebound, with the steal, I'm sorry, and he's fouled.
Good way to put in work and try to regain that point. They're down right now, 4-13.
Chargers foul number 33.
Actually on a replay, number 30, Glenn Watson with 3. Number 32, Dewan White with the ball. And it's good. Majority of the seniors on this team is senior. Majority of the seniors on this team has been here for all 4 years since Westinghouse closed down and opened back up. You know.
Well, you know, they just started 4 years ago, actually, 2009. That was their first enrolling year of the new Westinghouse. So the seniors that are in the school today will be the first graduating class of the new Westinghouse. Good pass.
Wow, number 15.
In and out.
Misses a shot. Number 30, Glenn with the ball. Gets it to number 20, Paul. Paul gives it back to Glenn. Glenn wide open for a 3. And he gets it to
Bang,
bucket
bang.
for Paul.
Bottom of the net. Can't get no better than that.
Oh, sorry, a 2. Quinn with a bad pass, but DeJuan gets it. DeJuan.
The slowest Euro in the world. Did you see that? He could have got away with it if he would have, went a little faster. Probably could have got the bucket. Free Spirit Media strives to give students a voice and is associated with True Star Magazine. You can check them out at www.truestars.com. Remember, True Star is where teens speak the truth. Check out the Hoops High Hype column in True Star Magazine.
Warriors foul number 32.
Number 20, Paul Turner.
Crowd starting to fill in a little bit.
Yep. Paul Turner is a guard/forward, and he's 6'5". I'm looking at their roster, and the shortest person on the team is 5'6", and the tallest person on the team is 6'8". These are some tall kids.
Everybody's moving, Those are league heights.
Naquanis Jackson with the ball, number 1. Naquanis goes around and pick, gives it to number 5. Oh, and that goes high off the backboard.
Out of bounds.
Warriors basketball.
Number 5, Ramon Taylor. The shooting guard.
Charger substitution.
Looked like he had a blindfold over his eye when he shot that one. That hit the top of the
And
backboard.
number 40.
Number 3, Ricky Battles, sandbound the ball.
Jonathan Johnson.
I like when number 1 Jackson for Westinghouse came through looking for options, outlets to see, trying to see the whole court, visualize everything, try to set something up.
Quantas with the ball. Gives it to Ramon. Number 3, Ricky. Gives it to number 32, DeJuan. DeJuan kicks it back out to Ramon. Gets it back down to a wide open Ricky Battles. And that's no good.
Ooh, almost.
They tipped the ball right back in.
Impressive leap and save back there.
Number 5, Ramon with the ball. This is number 32, DeJuan. DeJuan gives it to Ricky. Ricky kicks it out to DeQuanis. He's wide open. He missed that. DeJuan with the great rebound. DeJuan misses another shot.
You gotta get big when you in the air. You can't come up there half stepping.
Number 20 kicks it back out to number 30. Glenn gives it to number 20. Paul behind the back. Paul to the basket. And Paul flops.
Foul. You get fined for that in the NBA.
Yeah. Indeed. It's a hard flop. I didn't see
Warriors
it.
foul
I didn't see
number
a
3.
foul.
Ricky Vitiel, that's his.
Well, today is Martin Luther King Day.
On the line for 2.
We're here at the MLK tournament, hosted by Dorothy Gators, who is the most winningest coach in high school basketball. Yeah, we're here having a good time, Martin Luther King had a dream, and, hopefully some of these kids are out here realizing their dreams. These kids have great potential. They could be league players if they wanted to, if they had enough dedication. I think everybody has the drive. We just got to see who goes and who doesn't.
Number 1, DeQuanis Jackson with the ball. This number 32, DeJuan. DeJuan with a pull-up, and that's no good. Seems like Westinghouse can't buy a shot right now. They're down by 13. And Westinghouse down by 13. That doesn't look like a Westinghouse, Hoops have filmed in the past.
Well, everything just isn't going their way. They're showing good form, rotating the ball right, moving it around when they need to. It's just they not picking the right shots. If you don't pick the right shot, you can't take every shot. Sometimes you got to pass it.
Yep, but you also miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So that's why they're just shooting up anything. DeQuanis Jackson gives it to DeJuan White. DeJuan is blocked. St. Joseph pushing the ball up the court. Gives it to number 20. Number 20 pull up, and that's no good. Ricky Battles with the ball. Ricky Battles crossover. Ricky Battles, 4 seconds left on the clock. Ricky, that doesn't go. Seems that he couldn't get a hand on the ball before he could even get a shot up. Number 31, Ronald Lewis, was supposed to shoot it, but he didn't get it off in time. The start is second quarter is getting ready to start in a little bit. Score is currently 19-6. St. Joseph's way. I would like to see Westinghouse stage at least a good comeback. And with that being said, I'm going to toss to my sideline reporter, Tiffany Moore.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore, and I'm here with parent from St. Joe's, Linda Horton. So, Ms. Horton, how do you think the game is going so far?
Okay, I think the game is going quite well. We're up by 13 points. I think it'll be a lot better once he rotate the players in right and they get a feel for the game.
What do you think St. Joe's needs to do as a team to come up with this win today?
I think they need to play as a team, not play one-on-one, and nobody out there on St. Joe's team is a superstar, although they think they are, but it's not. I think it's going to take 5 on the floor to win this game at all times.
So how have you and your family celebrate this holiday, or how do you plan to celebrate this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday?
Well, before I got to the game, I watched the president inauguration, and I'm really proud for that. And then after this, we'll watch a couple of more games, and then I'll take my son home and let him retake the inauguration, and we'll incorporate that in our day.
Thank you so much for your time.
Anytime. Thank you.
Now I'm going to toss it back to our announcers.
And we're back with more Hoops Tide, ladies and gentlemen. I am Michael Ingram, serving as your play-by-play.
And I'm Brian Colson here with the color commentary.
We're here Whitney Young for the National Martin Luther King Day Tournament. We have the Westinghouse Warriors taking on St. Joseph's.
This is a pretty impressive game, as you can see, well, as you can tell. Score is currently 6-23 with 7 minutes left in the half.
Number 3, Ricky. Oh!
Impressive chase down block. We got a little bitty LeBron out there. Somebody's on the floor. That was a little bitty spill.
Number 21, Marleek, gets an easy layup. Great way to consider someone by Ricky Battles.
Good spin move.
Great spin move.
They making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Number 21, Marleek with the ball. Up fakes, shoots, and he gets it to Paul. Number 30, Glenn with the ball. He kicks it up to a wide open number 20, and he misses. Ricky Battles pushing the ball up the court. He gets it to Quanis Jackson. Quanis Jackson pull up, and that's no good. Ricky Battles with a great rebound. He puts it back up, and that's good.
Hoops High is a flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is running in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Can TV. This is a team effort all around, and we're grateful for all our partners who make this possible. Look at the replay.
A turnaround shot, and he gets that to fall.
These forms look excellent.
Yes, great forms by St. Joseph's.
Crowd looking pretty nice out here, for the most part. Everybody seems to be happy.
St. Joe's to take the ball out. Number 15, Lauren Watson with the ball. He hop steps, tries to lay up. That doesn't go in. Number 3, Ricky Batters with the ball, gets to number 1, DeQuanis. DeQuanis the hesitation, floated. That's no good. DeJuan White with the rebound, and he misses that. Wow. Seems that Westinghouse can't really make a basket right now. Scores 27-12. And 15, Lauren Watson. This is number 14. Number 35, Kareem gets the ball. It's number 34, Titus. Number 14, he misses. Marleek with the ball.
Got some very dedicated parents in the stands.
Yes, indeed.
Potential dunk?
No, a layup.
Nice lay-in, though.
Great way to contest that by DeQuanis Jackson. I didn't even know that little guy could get up that high. Ricky, number 3 with the ball. Dribbles. Gets number 21, Marleek. Marleek gives it to Ramon. Ramon gives it back to Marleek. Marleek, pump fake. Number 3, Ricky Battles with the ball. Ricky Battles for 3, and it's good.
Bang, bang. That's
Bang,
it.
bang.
For
Yes.
3. I
Ricky
smell
Battles.
a comeback.
Yes, indeed.
Or them nachos at the concession stand.
And a offensive foul is called by number 33, A.J. Patty.
Chargers foul number 33. A.J. Petty.
Y'all dirty.
Third.
Darius Mason with the ball. Darius Mason subs in, and DeQuanis Jackson comes out. Number 3, Ricky Battles gets number 32, DeJuan. And the foul is called. Number 32, DeJuan White, will go to the line.
Number 35. Jeremy Simmons, that's his second.
No.
As you can see on the replay right here, Ricky Battles shoots from beyond NBA range, and it still goes.
Some of the crowd saying that that was goaltending. I hear a lot of that in my ears.
DeJuan White for his first free throw. I'm sorry. No good.
In and out. No luck. Sorry, Charlie.
DeJuan to get ready to shoot his second free throw.
I'm going to kill both of y'all.
And that's good. Sends the lead down to 13. Seems like Westinghouse trying to make some type of a comeback.
Well, you know, hope is always inspirational. That's what Martin Luther King was about, hope.
It's a mismatch on the inside.
No, teamwork make the dream work, and they trying to get this dream to work, so they got to get that team to work.
Great block by number 21, Marleek Williams. As the big man, number 40, Jonathan Johnson, 6'7", tried to go and dunk something. Number 40 down.
Easy
shot.
basket. My opinion, Westinghouse don't need to do anything fancy. No rocking, no Euros. They just need to get the point.
Jump ball. Westinghouse scoring his way.
Keep up with the game action and Hoops High crew with Twitter. Just search Hoops High FSM and follow us. Might follow you back. Also, follow me on Twitter at JBMG_A1. I follow back and I give shout outs.
Follow me on Twitter at MJ15. I'll follow back. Sometimes I get shout out.
Nice swinging, nice ball motion.
Number 2, Darius Mason kicks out to number 5, Ramon. Ramon with a layup, and that's no good. I'm telling you what, Marleek Williams is hollering for the ball, bro. He didn't get it. Number 15.
You know, sometimes the ego drowns out all sound.
think he should have gave the ball up to Malik?
I think he should have did whatever was going to get the team the point. And for all you latecomers, we are here at the MLK tournament because today is Martin Luther King's Day. It's always held on Martin Luther King's Day. The score is 16-31. We have St. Joseph playing the Westinghouse Warriors. And yeah, score is 16-32 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left. And Westinghouse is up.
The Westinghouse is where the show you're watching right now, Hoops High, originated from.
I mean, Westinghouse is down. My bad. I'm sorry.
Darius kicks it out to Ramon. Ramon misses.
Oh,
Darius
good.
gets a rebound.
Nice way to get that back.
Darius gets it to Ramon. Ramon thinks about it. Marlik gets the ball. Marlik on job. Marlik with a pull-up, and that's no good.
Just barely missed that one. They got right there flowing down the.
Yeah, some very angry fans. Marlik for three, and it's good. Number 30, driven ball up the court. Number 20 looking for something to do with it. Number 31, AJ Patton. If you hear extra buzzers during the game today, don't mind those. Those are other games and other gyms in the Martin Luther King tournament. Malik Williams for another three, and it's good. Malik Williams with back-to-back three-pointers. Number 30, Ronald Lewis on the drive. Ronald for three, and it's good. I'm sorry, Glenn, I'm sorry. Smoking. The Westinghouse coach looking very,
Some
very
key
angry right
offensive players for St. Joe's. I say Paul Turner, number 20. He's a guard, /4, and he's 6'5". And Glenn Watts, who just hit that three, he's number 30. He's a guard, and he's 6 feet.
A few key players from Westinghouse is number 21, Malik Williams. So far in the game right now. Number 21, Malik Williams. Number 3, Ricky Battles. Number 1, DeQuan Jackson. Number 32, DeJuan White.
And Marlik Williams is the unsung maverick for Westinghouse. He's just bringing them back, basically keeping the team morale up, you know. Hopefully they come back. It's not too hard. I mean, it's 22-38. They got a minute left. They can make something happen.
A minute left in the first half, that is. You always have another 16 minutes to play.
True.
Always come back. Number 30, pushing the ball up the court. Oh, layup is missed.
Smoke the layup.
Yes. DeJuan White gets the rebound. Darius Mason with the ball.
Passed in the hot sauce.
And it's
Bang,
good.
bang.
Quinn Crump with a three. Number 20. 15. Paul Turner with the ball. This is number 20. Paul Turner. Number 30. Glenn Watson with the ball. This is Paul Turner. Paul, foul.
Everybody, education is a bad thing to waste. I think everybody should be in school at all times. That was Martin Luther King's dream. It's my dream too. Everybody is entitled to an education, so they should get it. So,
Paul Turner misses a three. I'm sorry, he hits his free throw. I'm so sorry. Paul Turner hits his free throw.
and reading is fundamental too. Also, let's remember that.
your second free throw, and it's good.
And
Right on that one.
Score is 25-40.
To Darius Mason for the three. Try to beat the buzzer, and that's no good.
And at the half, it's 25-40, a 15-point lead by St. Joseph. And what do you think is going on in that? Well, is going to go on in that locker room back there?
I think that Westinghouse coach is going to go off. It is very, very furious, man. They're not knocking down any shots. They're not getting that many rebounds. They're not capitalizing. They're pushing the ball up the court. They just got to go hard. That's what they're going to tell them.
I think that, I've seen a couple gaps in their defense. So I think, they probably try to seal them up. Also try to shut down some of the key players. And now we're going to toss it to a quick sideline interview. My correspondent, Tiffany Moore.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore, and I'm here with the head coach of St. Joe's. So, Coach, I know your team has the lead right now, so what do you think you need to do to keep the lead, and what do you think you need to do to pull out this victory?
We need to play better defense. I think after we opened up the lead, they got a little lazy, and they played lackadaisical on defense. We have to get that tightened up.
So, what have you guys done to commemorate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, or have you guys done anything at all to celebrate that?
Well, we've been out of school. This week there'll be something going on at school. We recognize the great work of Dr. King and the fact that our kids are playing. Our kids want a holiday. They don't want to play over the years. They wanted a day off on Martin Luther King's holiday. I said, Martin Luther King would want you to work and get better and improve yourself. So we're going to practice.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to toss it to a PSA.
Dang, look at those shoes. He bogus.
Royal braids is a tragedy.
Ooh, look at them pants, man. Them things tight. Ooh, you bogus. You cool? Is you all right? You cool?
What's wrong with what I got on?
Life isn't about changing yourself for others. Life is about accepting yourself for who you are.
Hello, my name is Kevin Durant. You're watching Hoops High.
Well, we back from the break. Again, the score is 25-40. Westinghouse versus St. Joe's. And it seems to be a very promising game. Everything is going, well, pretty good for St. Joe's. They're up 15.
Yeah.
Westinghouse plotting to come back. We'll see how everything goes. Go, nigga.
Number 15, Lauren Horton to inbound the ball. Hopefully Westinghouse comes out and play some hard knock defense.
The PSAs, dramas, documentaries that you see between breaks on Hoops High are produced by Free Spirit Media students at North Lawndale College Preparatory High School, the Gary Coleman Youth Center, and Powerhouse High. We hope that you enjoy the stories and messages that us young people are sharing with you. You know who else has stories and messages that they like to share? Martin Luther King. That was a fine young man. You got. Hey, Joe, man. Throw that motherfucker over there next time.
Did you say sorry?
He be right in my shoulder. Number 30 pushing the ball up the court. Crossover, cross back.
Traveled a little bit. They didn't catch it, though.
Yes, indeed. A pull up, that's no good. Quentin Crump take the ball out of bounds. Marleek Williams gives it back to Quentin Crump. DeJuan White with the ball. Looking for someone to pass to. He passes to Marleek. Marley gives it to Darius. Darius gives it to Dewan. Dewan. Dewan White to the line for his first free throw. That is good. Dewan White to the line for a second free throw. And that's good. Think a sub coming in. Number 31. Ronald Lewis.
They seem to top that lead down to 13.
Yes. Westinghouse is really trying to make a comeback. You see the great defense? No foul.
If that boy had any luck, that would have been in there.
Number 21, Marlik for three again. And that's no good. Darius with the ball.
Excellent communication out there on the floor.
Yes, indeed. Darius kicks it out. Gives it to Quinn. Quinn gives it to Dewan. Dewan for pull-up. And that's no good. And the foul is called on the big man, number 44. Daryl Gant. Center. Ricky Battles checks in for Daryl Gant, who's coming off an injury not too long ago. That's a 2-on-1 break. Ricky strips the ball. Off for number 15, but they going to say that it's going to St. Joe's. Number 30 inbound the ball. He's stuck. He looked for someone to pass to. Number 20, a foul is called. Number 21, Marlik Williams.
Excellent sportsmanship by the player.
Warriors foul number 21.
Yes, indeed.
Marlik Williams, that's his first, the team's third.
Number 30 to inbound the ball once again to number 20, Paul Turner. Paul crossover, Paul to the basket. Paul stops, pump fakes a few times. Marlik Williams with the ball.
Good steal.
Oh, Marlik Williams gets a dunk. Easy dunk. Great way.
Dunk a chicken nugget better than that.
Yes.
Ooh, slight work.
Shake and bake.
Slight work.
Foul's called on number 32, Dewan White. I can see right here on the replay. Marlik Williams gets the steal. He looks, see if anyone's behind him. Gets the okay to dunk it.
So he broke down before he got up there. That's that pop, lock, and drop. He done.
Number 15, Lauren Horton to the line for two.
I hear some of the fans talking about there's a little bit of bullying going on out there.
And he hits both his free throws. Ricky Bowders with the ball. Ricky Bowders pushing the ball up the court. He stops. He's running. He's calling for somebody to come. He looks for Dewan set the pick, and Ricky Bowders is fouled hard. Point and Crump to inbound the ball. It's a little bit of hold up. Sub coming in, number 33, AJ Patty subbing out, and number 40, Jonathan Johnson subbing in. Don't mind that other buzzer. Quentin Crump goes down. Number 10. Oh, he gets back up. He drives to the basket, kicks it out, and foul is called.
Please check out the Free Spirit Media website at www.freespiritmedia.org. Or check us out on YouTube. Search Free Spirit Media to view our YouTube channel.
We got everything that you need on there. Past games, present games. Something you want to see, that replay, you want to see that dunk, that's on there. Go check that out.
DeJuan White in the post. Here's to Darius. Darius gives it to Ricky. Ricky's three. That's no good.
Oh, you should have sat on that egg a little bit longer. That's out.
See a little spectator eager to get the basketball and touch it.
Just seeing the ball keep flying our way.
Yep. I already got hit one time. I'm going to be aware on my P's and Q's, and I was going to get hit the second time. Quinn Crum gets called for a travel.
The whole crowd just erupted. Even the people on his team say try ball.
25 to inbound the ball.
He picked up his bags and like, forget this, I'm leaving. Traveling.
Number 20, Chicago. Oh, I'm sorry, number 20. He got number 15. Number 15, he has a pure jumper, but it just didn't fall that time. Lauren Horton has a nice jumper. Number 15 subs out, and number 14, Joffrey Brown.
Parents are in the stand just upset, saying that's a bad shot. He shouldn't have took that shot. I think somebody getting to whooping when they get home.
Yes. Darius Mason with great hustle with the ball. Everybody look for a travel. Yes, travel is called. Some parents are complaining about it being a late call.
Player upset on the call. A lot of people arguing that was a late call.
Do you think it was a late call?
Well, I think the referees did what they have to do.
Ricky Battles yelling for a play. Backs out.
To be honest, they can hold the ball as long as they want to. There is no shot clock.
True. Ricky Battles number 3 and DeQuanis Jackson number 1 are good guards. And they're together on the floor. They're actually brothers. Brian, if your brother was on the same basketball team as you, would you be able to play with him?
I think I would, for the simple fact we would have that chemistry that we've established for more than 10 years together. You know, we slept together, ate together, played together. You know, like that's just a bond that'll be deeper than anything else.
As you can see on that previous play, that brother-to-brother connection from DeQuanis Jackson to Ricky Battles for 3. The score is 32-42, St. Joseph's way. The Westinghouse is trying to stage some type of a comeback. Ball goes off. Great hustle by number 2, Darius Mason.
I smell burnt rubber and a couple people diving for the ball.
You can see right here on the replay, the ball goes off Quentin's face, and it goes out of bounds. And with that being said, I'm going to toss to a quick PSA.
They do so much for us as players and really support us as players. Least we can do is give back and show them that we care.
I see real important values in growing up in a tight-knit community.
I think that helping is contagious. Once you do it, many more will follow. The doors you open and close today are the stepping stones for you tomorrow.
Basketball is not who I am. Basketball is what I do.
This is Derek Rose from Simeon High School, and you're watching Hoops High.
And we're back with more Hoops High action. Jump ball is called. And there to go.
St. Joseph way.
Yep, St. Joseph's way. Number 30. Glenn Watson trying to take the ball out. Gets the ball to number 20, Paul Turner. Gets the bucket to fall. Seems that we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on, Brian?
Well, you know, life just doesn't work out the way you want it to. And one person that understood that the most was Martin Luther King. That man had the plan. He had a dream, and soon after he passed, we accomplished that, you know. Life is a better place. Shooting technical free throws.
Number 20, Paul Turner.
He
gets the bucket to
free
fall.
throws can make or break a game. Free throws can be the foundation, or they can be a very unsteady roof.
Number 20, Paul Turner. It's another it's 2 free throws. And 14, Joffrey. This is to Paul.
Turner has been a very crucial player for St. Joseph. Along with Glenn Watson. Uh-oh. Backcourt violation. I think he should have let them go out. I think it was a Warrior that last touched that.
But it's the referee's call. And the ball will go Westhouse's way. Ricky Battles with the ball. A push.
Score is 32-44. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the half.
What do you think Westhouse needs to do to stage a comeback?
Tight defense. I think they if they stop playing a zone and go to man, I think that'll really help because they zone, it has many holes, many flaws, and that's what's messing them up right now. So need to play that man.
Number 31, Ronald Lewis, to the line for 2 free throws. I think he was fouled by number 21, Malik Williams. Paul first free throw. I'm sorry. Ronald first free throw in this game. Ronald. Darius pushing the ball up the court. Passes it to Ricky Battles. Ricky gives it to DeJuan, and DeJuan is fouled. DeJuan is doing a pretty good job of just driving in and getting fouls, but he just got to score.
But there is a such thing as doing too much. The power dribble was too much. He just should have went up. When he did that power dribble, he gave his opponent enough time to catch up and commit the foul. He gave up two for sure points for 2 possible points.
Subbing into the game is, for Westinghouse, is number 34, Derek Patrick, and number 20, Shikante Jones. For number 21, Marlik Williams, and number 1, Daquanis Jackson.
Smokes the first one, gets the second one.
.31. Gets the ball back to number 14, Joffrey Brown. Joffrey's pushing off and might get a second. And timeout is taken.
Jeffrey Brown, very verbal when he
10 seconds is called.
Very aggressively verbal when he saw that his teammate was trapped, calling back very hard. Like you see that right on the replay. Teammate helped him out.
Teammate called a timeout in the background.
He got some very dedicated parents in the crowd. That's what I like to see.
Yes, indeed. Number 2, Darius Mason with the ball.
I hear in the crowd, fight for your position. You know who else fought for their positions? Martin Luther King. We now have a very high place in society, thanks to MLK and the whole civil rights movement.
Out of bounds on Westinghouse. Number 15 inbound the ball. Glenn Watson puts the ball
Speeding down the
up.
court with a quick stop.
Number 30, Glenn Watson, the shot. And that's good.
Bang, bang, in there. It just make my back tingle when they go in the net like that, you know? That's that hocus pocus I like to see.
Number 20, Shikante gives it to number 3, Ricky. Number 32, DeJuan White with the ball. And he gets that to fall.
Good basket. He didn't do
And
too
one.
much. He did just enough. That's what I like to see. With the and one.
Bucket. Sub coming into the game. Number 34, Derek Patrick coming out. And number 33, Javante Rami comes in. Javante, who's a pretty good three-point shooter.
And
Him.
they slowly coming for that lead. They down by 11.
Number 33, Javante Rami, and number 25, Terrence Jones are pretty good three-point shooters. We covered Westinghouse in the St. Joseph class and the Hoops High Free Throw Classic over the summer.
Don't forget to stay tuned for the Free Spirit Media News at the end of this broadcast. It comes on at 9:50 every Saturday. Learn about what's going on in Chicago and find out the latest on the most important issues related to teens, because, you know, we have a voice too.
Number 30.
You know who else think all people should have a voice?
Martin Luther King.
Oh my God, you read my mind. This guy here, he's a smart guy.
Titus just shoot free throws, and he misses.
No good.
Ricky with the ball. Ricky gives it to Javante. Javante gives it back to Ricky. Ricky gives it to number 10 and Quentin. Quentin gives it to number 33,
Thought about the
Javante.
shot. Fed him right into a pick. I mean, a screen. I'm so sorry, guys.
Number 3, Ricky Battles.
This is the chance to get the.
Two, and he gets the first one.
This is their chance to chop the lead into singles.
Gary Mitchell has it up. For your substitution, number 21, Valley Marty Williams.
Number 3, Ricky Battles to shoot the second free throw. Free throws are making or breaking points, easy points. You should be able to knock them down. And he does. He knocks both of them down, actually.
Lead now cut down to 9.
Number 34, Titus with the ball. Dribbling.
Shaking, bacon, tackled the man. That seemed like some TNA WWE kind of stuff. Crowd a little bit upset about that.
Number 15, Lauren Horton with the ball. Brings it back, gives to number 20, Paul. Paul gives it to number 30, Glenn. Glenn with the pull-up.
Lee is back into double digits. After an 8-1 run, they finally score.
Uh-oh.
With a fast break.
And it's a dunk.
An easy dunk, a simple dunk, but it's still a dunk. Points are points.
Ricky Battles to the basket, and that's a block.
No foul call.
Out of bounds on.
Referee sort of kind of tripped that one out.
Ricky battles to inbound the ball. Gives it to number 10, Quentin. Ricky for three. Oh, he's fouled.
You gotta wait till it lands.
That wasn't a flop. It was a real foul.
That was a genuine foul.
You seen the foul, Brian?
I seen it. That was a genuine foul.
Ricky will be shooting three. Ricky to the line for his first free throw. And he hits. Ricky hits his second free throw.
Number 3.
Ricky to the line for his third free throw, and he gets all three to fall.
Count both those buckets. Uh-oh.
Oh, ball, that was an easy steal. He was trying to flop.
It was. That was a very ill-advised pass.
Seems like that they're going to waste time.
Oh,
Screens, and the foul is called.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
But unfortunately, I don't smell a comeback anymore. It just smells like victory.
Third quarter. Got a whole nother quarter. Ricky battles with the ball. Ricky pushing the ball up. Ricky to the basket. Ricky with a layup. And Ricky misses. He does get the shot off in time. It wasn't even counted. So, Brian, what do you want to see more of in the second half from both teams?
Well, I would like to see, like I said, that man really lock down their players, pay attention to what they're doing, stop losing the ball in traffic, because, you know, that's been a big contribution to a lot of the turnovers.
And with that being said, I'm going to toss to my sideline reporter, Tiffany Moore.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore, and I'm here with St. Joe's player Jordan Ash. So, Jordan, how do you think your team has been playing so far?
We did pretty well. We got on the run in the first half. You know, we kind of got beat this third quarter, but we come back in the fourth. I think we should take it out.
So I know you have a back injury, so how does it feel not being able to play and support your team?
I mean, it's disappointing, but at the same time, you know, I want to get better so I can get out there and help the team, and, you know, I'm able to cheer them on, so, you know, it's not as bad as it can be.
So how does your team celebrate this holiday, or how will you personally celebrate this Martin Luther King Jr. holiday?
I mean, just simply, you know, going over history, you know, wondering why we're so blessed and, you know, able to do things that we do every day. And, you know, as a team, we just, you know, celebrating the inauguration today and all types of different things.
Thank you so much for your time, Jordan. No problem. Now I'm going to toss it back to our announcers.
Yes, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's fourth quarter. My name is Michael Ingram, and I will be your play-by-play for the evening. Ricky for three, and he misses.
Almost. Close, but no cigar. 3 putbacks right there.
Oh, wow, another dunk?
I smell a dunk.
Oh.
One-handed that time. Somebody on the floor, slow to get up.
Yes, indeed. He didn't really stick deep. He just sat there. He's kind of cherry-picked a little bit. Ricky battles on the drive. Ricky for the layup, and that's blocked. Ricky gets it back. DeJuan gets it, and he's fouled.
Westinghouse coming back fighting.
Charges foul number 33, A.J. Petty, that's his fourth. On the line for 2. DeJuan White.
DeJuan will go to the line and shoot free throws. Wow.
This is a make or break time right now. They got 7 minutes, 23 seconds. 23 seconds, but it still make a break.
And he hits.
Number 40. Jonathan Johnson. Warriors substitution, number 33, Javante Reston.
Dewan, number 32, to shoot another free throw. And he gets it to fall. St. Joe's, Westinghouse doing a great job pressing right now. Paul has Quinn Crump with a steal. Quinn Crump pulls back out. Ricky Batters with the ball. Ricky Batters gives it to Quinn Crump. Quinn Crump looking for somebody. He gives it to Dewan. Dewan gives it to Darius. Darius gives it to Ricky. Ricky for three. And that's no good.
In my opinion, Westinghouse has had way more possessions than St. Joseph. It's just when St. Joseph gets it, they make more informed decisions and are very very confident with their shots, and they make their positions count.
Number 30, Glenn, gives it to number 20, Paul. Paul with a pull-up, and that's no good. Ricky Batters gets the ball. He gives it to, great spin. Yeah, he didn't get that to fall.
Poked away, nice hands. Good rebound. They not viewing the court. Got a man open.
Quinn,
Ill-advised shot.
Ricky Battle. Oh, bad cross-court pass. It's lucky that wasn't
pass. I don't know.
A timeout is taken.
If you just can't seem to get enough of Hoops High, friend us on Facebook. Get to know the crew and what's going into every Hoops High production. Mike, you got a Facebook?
Unfortunately, I do.
What's that name?
You can add me at Michael Ingram. That's it. Brian, you have a Facebook?
No.
And with that being said, a few key players that you should watch out for in the game today is number 3, Ricky Battle. Number 32, Dewan White. And number 1, DeQuantis Jackson.
Look like Westinghouse came back with a strategy.
Yes. St. Joseph have a lot of length, and they don't give up. They all crash the board sometimes.
Warriors basketball.
Good play.
Quinn Crump gets the ball. He gives it to DeQuantis Jackson. DeQuantis on the drive. He was a pretty elusive point guard, and he gets that to go out the glass.
If he had to let that go any earlier, it would have been too hard. Push foul.
No timeout is taken. It's a foul. It would go back to the line.
Everybody who's here to support Westinghouse is hoping that they don't make these.
If you are a player from Westinghouse, what would be your strategy right now?
Trap. I think they need to lock down Glenn Watson. And
number 20, Paul. Ricky Batters with the ball. That's a bad pass.
See?
You should have shot that. And number 35,
Easy
Kareem.
points. Well, you know, if you just gonna give them the ball, you might as well not even come. You feel me? Finish the game.
There's Mason with a pull-up. That's no good. The foul is called. Number 3, Ricky Battles, the great defense. Number 35, Kareem with the ball. Number 32, Dewan. Dewan gets the ball. Dewan's foul, and he doesn't get that to fall.
Seems like Westinghouse has no problem going to get the ball wherever it may be.
I think that if Westinghouse get the ball to go after the foul, that they wouldn't be down by so much. They'll probably be tied or up.
Getting the ball isn't enough. You have to put the ball in that circular thing called the rim. It doesn't matter if it bounces off the backboard or goes straight in. The objective of the game is to put the ball in the hoop. I think they just need to stick to fundamentals.
As you can see right here on the replay, Darius tips the ball to Dewan. Dewan hop steps, he's fouled, and he doesn't get that to go. Dewan shoots second free throw and he hits. Number 14 pushed the ball up the court. Joff throws the ball away. Quantis Jackson pushed the ball up the court. Quantis with a layup, and that's good. Quantis Jackson. Joffrey with the ball. Quantis Jackson with a steal. And he's fouled. Seems that Westinghouse is trying to stage a comeback. See, a couple of fans are angry that he didn't get rid of the ball in time. Quantis Jackson to the line for his first free throw, and it's good.
They need those.
Yes, indeed.
I smell a good comeback now. Lead chopped down to 7. Referee saying something to the young buck about his legs.
Yes, indeed. Quantis to shoot a second free throw.
A lot of pressure on that boy's shoulders.
And it's no good. Number 35, Titus with the ball. He's pushing up the court.
They didn't have enough coverage down court.
That's no good. Darius with the ball. Darius on the drive. And he doesn't get that to go.
Foul, number 33. We know we're not always perfect, but we're working hard and we're always learning. We thank you for your support and encouragement.
And number 30.
However, I think I'm doing a very excellent job at this.
Number 30, Glenn Watson will go back to the line. Once again, shoots one free throw, and he makes it. Glenn with the ball. Glenn shoots, and it's good.
Lead back up to 9.
Unfortunately. And with that being said, I'm going to toss to a quick PSA.
Time waits for no one. I will sweat. I will do more than what it takes.
I will compete. I will fly.
I will run.
I will run.
I will train.
I will train.
I will succeed.
I will succeed.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I will succeed.
What up, y'all? This is Common, and you're watching Hoops High.
And we're back with more Hoops High, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now tuning in, my name is Michael Ingram, and I'll be serving as your play-by-play for the evening.
My name is Brian Coach. I'm here at the Color Commentary. Remember to follow me on Twitter at JBMG_A1. I will follow back, and you will get a shout out instantly.
Darius kicks the ball to DeQuanis. DeQuanis goes around the pick. DeQuanis to the basket, and that's a block. Ricky Bowers is right behind him. Kicks it out to Darius. Darius kicks it out to DeQuanis. DeQuanis crosses back. Ricky battles for three. And it's good.
In now.
Yes, indeed. He trims their lead down to 6.
Lead cut down to 3. Lead cut down to 6. My bad. Lead cut down to 6.
Number 20, Paul to inbound the ball. Paul, hesitation. He shouldn't be pushing the ball up the court. Paul kicks it out. Paul gets it back. Paul to the bucket. Paul gets the rebound and the strip.
They need to push it if they want to make this one. Nah, he just knew he was 3 feet too short on that one.
Out of bounds, and it'll go Westinghouse's way. I think Westinghouse is trying to stage a comeback. What you think, Brian?
Light has shone upon these young cats, and I smell a comeback again.
DeQuanis Jackson pushing the ball up, walking the ball up the court. I'm sorry. He's doing a pretty good job of, staying here. Not overplaying his role. Ricky battles to the basket. He tries to kick it out to DeJuan. DeJuan gets it to Darius. Darius gets it to number 21, Marlik. DeQuanis gets it to number 3, Ricky. Number 3, Ricky with the layup. He's fouled. DeJuan gets rebound, and he doesn't get it to fall. Wow.
All I hear is, get them layups. You better make them layups. I agree.
Number 33, A.J. Petty, his 5th.
DeJuan is doing a pretty good job. He has at least 12 boards right now.
Well, I think they took my advice. They locked down. I seen a little double team action on Paul.
Service substitution, number 14.
Paul Turner. And,
number 20, Paul Turner.
Yeah, they locking him down this one. Glenn Watson ain't really getting the looks that he used to get. They still playing a bit of a zone, but it's sort of kind of a combination of zone and man. It's working for him, though. If they can keep this up and he can sink these, that'll be the shortest lead of the game besides when it first started.
Yes, indeed. DeJuan to shoot 2 free throws. These are make it or break it free throws. DeJuan shoots his first free throw, and he gets it to fall. DeJuan getting ready to shoot his second free throw. If he hits this free throw, his team will be down by 4. DeJuan shoots his free throw, and this is good. Chance to lead down to 4.
Things are getting brighter by the moment.
Indeed. Number 20, Paul with the ball. Paul throws behind his back, kicks it out. It's a push. Wow, there's no push. They both went for the ball.
Somebody get that guy a cup of water. He was a little too thirsty for that one.
I don't think it was a bad thing to try to launch for the shot, but you know.
No, he was a little too thirsty, man. Maybe that Gatorade they got back there ain't quenching that thirst.
Number 31, Ronald for his free throw, and he missed it.
Westinghouse fans clap because he missed. St. Joseph's fan looking sad because they smelling the comeback just like I'm smelling a comeback. Or maybe that's something else.
Is it making or break it?
Shout out to Hoops High. Everything is great here. Basically, you know, like I said, try to friend us on Facebook, you know, search us up, Hoops High. Look us up on Twitter, you know, at Hoops High, FSM, you know. We do follow back, give shout outs every now and then. Yeah. And that YouTube channel, check that out too. We're going to have this game on there in a bit, so yeah.
Wow, Quentin Crump with a great layup. Chance to lead down to 3 with Malik Williams off a slave. Can I please get a replay? That is a great play by Malik Williams to save. As you can see right here.
Look at
Quentin Crump for the 3. He misses. Just tips out of bounds.
Pass it back.
Malik Williams tips it back. Oh, wow. We didn't get a chance to catch the whole play. But Quentin gets the bucket to fall.
Lack of water is the #1 trigger of daytime fatigue.
When you take a step, you're using up to 200 muscles.
It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or not. Take every advantage.
If you train hard, you'll not only be hard, you'll be hard to beat.
Hi, this is Scottie Pippen, and you're watching Hoops High.
St. Joe's inbound the ball. Joffrey with the ball. Slings it up court. Gives it to Paul. Paul!
Glass!
And DeJuan White gets a glass. And that sends the crowd up. Darius Mason with the ball. Darius for pull up. Ricky Balance for 3. He gets it in the miss.
Count on that one.
Yes, indeed.
Call him Mr. Clean away. He got that glass up there.
Yes, indeed.
The last thing they need to do is kill time. I think he.
And timeout is called.
I think he was stalling to trying to get that 3 together.
Yes. Can we please see a replay of DeJuan White's backboard block that just happened?
I ain't seen nobody clean glass like
I
that.
haven't either.
Not even in
That's
Mexico.
That's pretty. That's pretty. It's very, very interesting. That just set the crowd up. That's something to give them energy.
I see the coach took a full timeout on this one.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. Let his team get some rest, you know. Can we get a quick replay of the block?
What do you think is going on in that huddle over there?
Westinghouse huddle?
The St. Joseph huddle.
I don't know. I think they're saying lockdown defense, you know.
I think I'd be a little worried, you know.
If you can score, I guess we're not going to get a chance to get a replay. The crowd is not.
I would really love if I seen that replay, you know.
It's not bad.
You just can't clean that much glass and we not see it again.
Right. Quantis Jackson gets the ball to Ricky Battles. DeQuantis for three, and he misses. It's out of bounds. It was holding him. He couldn't even get it.
For your substitution, number 33, Javante Ribby.
That basically secures the game. No foul call.
Foul was called. That's crazy.
It was an obvious foul. No foul call.
Oh, he gets an
and one. Impressive dunk.
That's crazy.
They turned on the Jets, told them, can't catch me. Now you see it, now you don't.
That's crazy. I seen Ricky Battles draw a foul. As you can see on the replay right here, they turn the Jets up, and Paul Turner gets an and one foul. Dunk.
Yeah, that's a very good replay. But you know the replay I want to see?
The block.
That block.
You know who else wanted to see that replay?
The fans.
And you know who else?
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yes, indeed.
That was a very impressive game. Score 57-65. St. Joseph takes the win. And yeah, would you like to share your ups and the downs for this game and possibly your favorite moment?
My favorite moment of the game was when DeJuan White got that backboard block. The backboard block that DeJuan White got, and the threes that Ricky Battles was hitting.
I agree. That just made the whole crowd just jump out their skin for a little minute. Hopefully, that won't be your last time seeing that before this broadcast is over. Get that young replay rolling.
Hopefully.
I still want to analyze that. I want to.
Because you heard it.
Intellectually analyze that some more, you know.
You heard that one from the cheap seats. That's how hard he hit it. You know. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
We're gonna toss it to a.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore, and I'm here with both MVPs, Glenn and Paul. So, Paul, how does it feel to be the MVP today?
Feels good. We on kind of like on a losing streak, but we needed this win, so I just came out and played with a lot of energy, and so has Glenn also.
So, Glenn, how does it feel to know that your team was almost about to lose, but you guys held on to it?
It's kind of dangerous. We kind of started turning over the ball, but at the end we stepped it up and brought it in, so that's good for us.
So your coach talked about at the halftime you guys were kind of giving up on defense because you guys had such a big lead. Do you feel like your team did the same, and what would you change about what happened in the second half?
That's one of our biggest problems. I think we get too comfortable, like in the second half, like if we're blowing the team out. But Coach talked to us about it, and we came out with more energy in the fourth quarter.
So if there's anything that you think that your team needed to improve upon, what would that be?
Just holding the lead and playing together, because we play as individuals at times. So if we play as a team, we'll be one of the best teams in the state.
Thank you guys so much.
No problem.
And congratulations on being player of the game. You can catch Hoops High every Saturday at 8 p.m. on Channel 19 CAN TV. Thanks for watching Hoops High.
You can watch Hoops High on CAN TV, Channel 19, every Saturday at 8 p.m. Please visit www.hoopshigh.org to learn more. Hoops High and Free Spirit Media would like to thank our sponsors. We are grateful for their support in making our mission of youth media education and opportunity possible.
Hoops High is family, communication.
Enjoy it.
Hoops High is
astounding, creativity,
commitment.
Hoops High is exciting,
meaningful.
Hoops High is
technology,
spirit, a community.
Hoops High is
home, love,
dedication,
inspired,
Hoops High.
If they probably never was exposed to it, they probably would have never have done it, but it's something that you see that interests people a lot.
I never worked with a camera, it was my first time learning about a camera, zooming in, zooming out. It was a real good experience for me, I think it changed a lot in me too. It changed how I think, and it changed something I like to do in life.
When I get older, I want to be some type of actor. So being in this classroom really helped me out, really exercise my ability to act.
We shooting it and we shoot it off like what we done been through, and people get to see it and they watching it and they liking it.
Like young kids in the community can do stuff that's worth some type of value.
Meet Jaden, a 16-year-old from Chicago. He likes reading, playing basketball, and daydreaming. As one of 75 million youth in America, he is the future of our country. But today, Jaden's future is uncertain. A new economy is evolving as Jaden tries to find his way in a school system where more than 42% of students drop out and even more fall behind. For Jaden and others like him, the future looks grim. But there is hope. Youth media programs connect with kids like Jaden, moving them from discouragement toward opportunity through the power of communication. Jaden learns about journalism, technology, and culture. He spends his time engaged at school, in youth centers, and at libraries. He discovers how to observe the world around him and share his own stories. He becomes one of more than 10,000 teens involved in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, a collection of innovative programs that come together with a bold vision to reach more people like Jaden, to transform education, and to shape the health of our city. Together, the network gives vision to the journalists, artists, engineers, and leaders of our future. One story, poem, film, blog post, one youth at a time.
What about you, sir? Do you think the colored students will show up?
If I got anything to do with it, they won't show up. Well, I think it's a breaking point of the school integration. I just don't feel that they have a right to go to school.
We shouldn't understand racism solely as these individual acts of bigotry, because it takes away from how racism operates systemically.
Are the 911 tapes giving us a horrifying insight into the exact moment when this teenage boy, who was carrying nothing but soda and Skittles.
So if we look at the recent Trayvon Martin case, it's not so much that George Zimmerman ran up to Trayvon Martin and shot him twice in the chest. The more important piece is that a system actually looked at the legal structure and said, we can't even arrest this person based on a particular legislation of the state, and giving Zimmerman the benefit of the doubt that he acted in self-defense, despite someone being unarmed and actually just having a bottle of tea and some Skittles, right? So again, I think that, so we can locate that. If we look at that in two ways, we can locate that in an act as an individual act, but I want us to pay attention to how the system responded to that individual act so we can have a deeper understanding of racism.
But racism is more of a systemic, institutional thing where there's not only individual actions, but systemic decisions that are being made that are impacting a whole group of people because of their race.
First and foremost, through institutions and systemic values that are pushed by these institutions.
A system that systemically disadvantages particular groups based on color, class, and position in society.
It's the systematic oppression of one people by another.
Treating someone inferior, or it's a belief of inferiority predicated on a person's race.
Racism is taught in schools because it's still taught in society.
Racism is really embedded in the history of American education.
Race has always played a part in education in the United States.
In the mid-1800s, and black children were denied access to the same schools that white children were able to attend.
Schools have always been sorting machines. And what I mean by sorting machines is it's always separated particular groups, whether it be by race, class, gender, but certain groups to rule and other groups to obey.
To the advantage usually of white Americans and to the disadvantage of people of color.
So when we're thinking about when the achievement gap starts to widen, what you're talking about is not necessarily the potential being limited. You're talking about the opportunities or the access to opportunities being limited.
I think it's important when we talk about racism to not think about it just as the act of an individual, but to think about how it operates in systems.
If we're saying we're going to provide an equal education and an equal opportunity to all kids, which we still say, but we don't do it. And we don't really believe that we're doing it. It's a lot of it is lip service. We say these things because they sound good. I mean, it goes along with the whole American ideal, fairness and equality. But how are you going to put your money where your mouth is?
So, given the opportunity, people will be able to then meet the goals. But if they're not given the opportunity or the support to grow into that opportunity, then no.
I think white privilege is part of America, but I think it goes beyond America too.
It's obvious that white privilege is a critical part of, of the American education system.
The U.S. educational system will justify it. And what I mean by that is if you have a larger system that systemically disadvantages particular groups based on what they look like and where they live and who they are, then a school will be reflective of that.
When you think about schools that have populations of African Americans and Latinos as the predominant population, and you compare it against schools that have a predominantly white population, there's a stark contrast in resources, there's a stark contrast in expectations, in quality of instruction, as well as support from outside entities.
White privilege in a lot of ways is invisible. You don't realize that you're getting privilege, that you're advantaged until you really start becoming more aware of it and thinking more critically about it.
Based on how this person looks and where this person is from, they have a better chance of succeeding long term than someone who may look like myself and come from the areas that I come from.
In a city like Chicago, communities compete for resources, and it's hard sometimes in poor neighborhoods that don't have a lot of economic clout because there may not be, businesses may have left the area, there may not be a lot to draw the attention of politicians to the area besides the alderperson. It can be hard to get resources for schools.
The whole educational system, from centuries back has been constructed to protect the privileges that white people have in the society. So it's definitely a part of the education system.
The problem with white privilege, I think, is the biggest problem with it is that it's not acknowledged by a lot of white people. And a lot of white people feel like whatever they've gotten is because they've worked hard for it, and if you want to get it too, well, work harder, because I worked hard for mine, you work hard for yours.
U.S. educational system.
Education
is the key to moving beyond racism. I think it's important when we talk about racism to not think about it just as the act of an individual.
It's one that we have to keep pushing against. We have no choice.
But to think about how it operates in systems. I think that's really important as we start to untangle the definition of racism.
Because otherwise, we're creating two societies that are going in different directions.
Really a world I don't want to live in. I mean, I think we can do better than that, but I do think it takes intentionality.
Drive.
Personal success.
Perseverance.
Succeeding.
Resilience.
Power.
Where do we begin? So how do we begin to address this?
And they'll find a way if given the opportunity.
But I think we need to carefully revisit how we train teachers. I think right now we have too much regulation in terms of all the things that teachers are required to do that have nothing to do with learning. But what would it mean for a teacher to actually have very intimate knowledge of political economy, of cognitive psychology, of organizing, of relationship building? What if those were foundations of a teacher educational program?
I think we have a lot of work to do as a country, and the disparity piece is it's incredibly disheartening because we lose a lot of potential. I always tell my kids, I said, come on, I need you in school. That cure to cancer can be right there in that brain. I believe it's there. I believe we have potential leaders in all of the kids at my school. I just think it's our role to bring that out.
Communication, a word that is very important. Dealing with any type of relationship, the communication is the key to success. Parents, sit down and have a talk with your children. It will make a big difference.
In vitro fertilization is when the egg and sperm are combined outside the body in a petri dish. When she begins to ovulate, the ovum is removed from the woman's ovaries and the sperm fertilizes it in a laboratory. The fertilized egg is then implanted into the woman's uterus with hope for a pregnancy.
And they fertilize an egg with sperm in a petri dish, and they allow that to develop into a zygote, which is basically a ball of cells.
PGD is genetic testing used to detect genetic defects in the embryo. This is also used for sex selection. With PGD, you could test for genetic defects such as Down syndrome, Tay-Sachs, or Huntington's disease.
And they can go in and test the DNA that is in those cells, the combined DNA from the mother and the father, and check it for genetic mutations, or select the most healthy embryos to implant into the mother.
So sometimes PGD is used for sex selection. We do have patients that come to us wanting to have a child of a particular gender. Oftentimes these are families who may already have 2 children of a given gender, and at this point, they're hoping to have the third be the opposite gender.
I think a lot of parents have an idea of what gender of child they want. I secretly always wanted a boy, and I got lucky because I had one.
I didn't care what gender of children we had. I just wanted the babies to be healthy. My wife, she wanted at least 2 boys. We ended up getting 2 girls and 1 boy, but they were all healthy, and so that was what was important to me.
There's been a lot of concern about using ultrasound or genetic information to determine if it's a boy, so you can have a boy. We had a preference for girls, actually.
I wanted a boy because I felt like I can relate to him more and deal with him better, because I didn't know how I would deal with a girl.
We still recommend for patients that become pregnant that they do consider doing prenatal testing such as a CVS or an amniocentesis. And the reason for that is because PGD testing is not 100% accurate. Depending on the type of testing you're doing and also the cell that we're testing, the accuracy can range from 90 to 98%. And when you do testing on a CVS or amniocentesis, that testing is usually greater than 99% accurate.
They do what's called a level 2 ultrasound, where they do more extensive measuring of the fetus to determine if there are any markers for a genetic disability. And then if someone displays, if the fetus displays markers of a genetic disability, like a large head size or abnormal limb length, they will suggest that the person undergoes an amniocentesis. Because I didn't have any of those, it was never even suggested for me. But I do have friends that have had to make the decision whether or not to undergo an amniocentesis, and most people I know have chosen not to, because there is a pretty high risk of miscarriage surrounding amniocentesis, because they have to actually put a hole in the wall of the uterus.
I do see a line between genetic enhancement, right, trying to improve upon children that we're going to have, and genetic testing to eliminate really serious disabilities. I don't want to suggest, that we don't want people with disabilities in the world, but we know that some of them are so severe, either the child will die within a year or 2 of birth, or, they may live for 30 or 40 years and then have this horrible death.
Tay-Sachs disease is a genetic mutation. It's most common in the Jewish population. It's a brutal disease. Typically, kids who have that disease, I believe the average lifespan is under 5 years old. It mutates the nervous system, the muscular system. A lot of children with Tay-Sachs never learn to speak, never learn to walk. They never have what would be considered a normal existence. There's a case right now that's in the news and that talks about a set of parents who had genetic testing done to test their child for any genetic mutations, and she tested negative for everything, and she was born with Down syndrome, which is a genetic mutation. And so they sued the genetic testing company and won $2.9 million for wrongful birth, they called it, because the parents would have chosen to terminate the pregnancy had they known.
It's devastating to our families to see, parents who are this far along in the journey question their daughter's value and suggest that they would not have chosen to have her.
She fears this ruling will lead to others, which is devastating for parents like Crable.
Nothing's for certain.
Who see Down syndrome not as a death sentence,
up and down,
but rather something to celebrate.
It's been very controversial, right? If in the world of Down syndrome and in that community, they want to do genetic testing for women that are pregnant if their baby has Down syndrome or is susceptible for Down syndrome before you're even pregnant. And they just announced on the news that that test has been approved.
I think that parents should be cautious about questioning what a disability can do for their kid, because sometimes you can look at a disability as a strength. So I don't think that parents should look at a disability and think that their kid might have a hard time in school or in life.
And so you can imagine, right, do you really believe, and I work in the field of disability, is this really even a disorder, right? What's wrong with having Down syndrome? We know that children who have Down syndrome have wonderful gifts, right? Do we really want a genetically modified society where everybody's perfect and the same?
Many ethical concerns arise due to the results of prenatal genetic testing. With the ability to choose gender, I think it could cause people to think that one sex is better than the other. Sex selection could disrupt the natural balance of genders. It could also initiate the statement that women live in a man's world. When disabilities being potentially eradicated could question disabled children's existence as well as their place in society. Prenatal genetic testing is routinely being done, and the science is getting more sophisticated. There isn't any medical legislation stating the limits of it. It's based on what science is able to do. So it makes me question, what does our future really hold?
Passion, drive, diet.
It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or not.
Heart and balance.
Take every advantage. If you train hard, you'll not only be hard, you'll be hard to beat.
You're swagging with Tony Parker.
This is Ryan Archidiakono.
I'm Prince eBay. This is Nigel Williams-Goss. Take every advantage.
What up, shorty?
Oh, hey, babe.
Why you walking to school by yourself? Man, it's cold.
I don't know, just thinking about something.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm right.
All right, so what time we meeting up at school?
I don't know, I guess 3, 4 o'clock.
All right, have a good day at school. Right?
Oh, well, all right. Hey, girl, what day is it? Girl, I don't know, I guess it's gonna be late or something.
Are you going to the party after school?
For real, man, but I don't have a date.
Yeah, I need to find me a date.
What up, bros?
What's up, bro?
No, man, did y'all see LeBron film last night?
For real, man, that was a good game.
And I'll pick D Rose over LeBron any day.
Nah, he ain't better than LeBron, kid.
Man, you took it for real.
Man, you don't even know what you gonna do.
Sure don't.
Yeah, whatever, man. What happened to Aaliyah look pretty self?
Man, I've been talking to Jazz for like 6 months now.
For real, man? You got one of the smartest and finest person in school and you cheated on her?
Man, I don't know what to do. I mean,
hey, she gonna catch you, bro.
She ain't gonna catch me if y'all don't say nothing.
I got you, bro.
Alright.
Hey, Aaliyah, come here right quick.
Wait, what you want?
I want you.
Hmm?
It's really hard. Don't do too much, man. You know you cool peoples, right?
Yeah, I know.
I gotta tell you something about Damien.
What y'all gotta tell me now?
For real. Don't get mad when you hear this either.
What you do?
Damien talking to Jasmine.
What? You a hater. You been dissing him since I started talking to him.
I mean, we cool, but that ain't my homie.
I don't believe it.
Just watch yourself. For real.
Hey, babe. Is everything okay? I missed you so much.
You just saw me this morning.
So I can't miss you.
I'm not saying that. It's just
It's just what?
I've been hearing things revolving our relationship.
What you been hearing?
Stuff about you messing with Jasmine.
Jasmine. Your best friend?
Yeah, about 2 people came up to me telling me that.
Who told you that?
Doesn't matter. Do you mess with her?
Nah, what I look like messing with your best friend?
I can't do this no more.
Can't do what?
Us. This is over. You always said you cared. That you would always be with me. That you would always be there. Please don't lie. We both know you could never be there to wipe my tears or vanish my fears. You could never care.
What's your name?
Aaliyah.
So you just gonna leave me like that later?
Hello, and welcome to a special edition of FSM News. I'm Joshua Patterson. FSM News is a nonprofit organization that empowers youth voice. This week, we're showcasing 3 news stories from the Chicago Ideas Week.
At the Chicago Ideas Week Edison Talks, Project Youth were motivated by leaders from across the globe to share their ideas with others.
The Edison Talks brings in innovators and educators and artists to talk about their ideas and basically share those ideas with our teens.
Teens came out to this event to gain a unique experience.
Instead of just sitting in a classroom and being taught from, from a PowerPoint or a book, you actually get to speak to the real people.
I'm also in a business class, so I thought it'd be cool to meet a lot of people actually doing things with their lives and get ideas about things that I could do.
The opportunity was one thing for the youth, but what new idea or message did they take away from the speakers?
Some interesting facts, like some people don't like getting bribed. Some people rather do something for free than get paid for it if it's for a good cause.
Paid versus not getting paid, and I think that I would expect people to go for things when they'd be getting paid rather than when they're not.
The Edison Talks event inspired teens to take what they learned from the speakers and apply it to their future careers.
Being passionate about something you do is a big thing for us now. I find myself even just doing things just because I have to, but not because it's what I really want to do.
This could be a great opportunity for me to actually learn the real experience on how to have my dream job or get inspired by someone.
Reporting for FSM News, I am Janae Stubbs.
Meeting with inspirational speakers from around the globe, the youth from the Hive Learning Network created an online magazine and also created their own fashion design. Let's check out their creativity.
Teens working with Hive and U Media produced a zine, an online magazine about the Edison Talks at Chicago Ideas Week.
Collaboration of writing, video, graphic design, and layout. And we put those pieces together or curate them together into a full-fledged magazine that can be seen and shared online.
Creating a zine helps teens to express stories and issues through media.
What we've been working on for the last 2 days is getting all the information and all the ideas of what we want to write about, and then starting writing the stories. And right now I'm writing 4 stories on the people who I was the most passionate about or excited about.
Although the teens love to create stories for the zine, the process of making a zine can be challenging.
I think the most challenging part is picking through all of the things that people come up with, because a lot of people come up with a lot of great things. So trying to pick the best ones, our favorite pictures, and to get them together and put it to the ones that we think are the best overall.
The most challenging part of making the zine is knowing that there are other teenagers who are going to be reading it, and so not just re-saying everything that everybody else said, but adding to it and connecting to the teenagers where they want to read it.
Despite the challenges used to make a zine, teens are still happy to partake in the opportunity.
I felt it'd be interesting to go to an event and document the way that the people that were there felt about it and the way I felt about it and what we all learned.
Reporting for FSM News, I'm Jamie Stubbs.
U Media and High Fashion hosted a t-shirt design challenge for Chicago Ideas Week. They inspire youth to make a positive impact on the world and express their love for art.
I do love art and I do love design. I love fashion design, I love drawing and photography and just so many other things. So yeah, it was right up my alley, and I loved that I was able to participate.
10 of the competition was to select the youth design to be adapted as the official CIW t-shirt. Although Annie's design was not selected for that honor, it was still a valuable learning experience.
I was a little disappointed that it wasn't the t-shirt for all the volunteers, but it was still an amazing honor to be chosen for the student t-shirt, and even though there were probably 30 or less of us wearing this, it was still awesome to kind of see everyone wearing it and just kind of have that validation.
According to Annie, you should always try in any situation despite the odds.
I've learned that even if things don't turn out the way you expect them to in the end, it's still great to try. I'm so glad I put myself out there, and even if I didn't win, it still would have been great to enter the contest.
Reporting for FSM News, I'm Janae Stubbs.
Well, it's time to wrap up this week's newscast, but we'll be back next week with more. Until then, check us out on Facebook. Search FSM News. You can also find us under the community section on the ABC7 website. Have a good weekend.